Alright, budget magic time. Playing some... Whip Leap in Modern, and we'll keep this. I mean, 2 lands, double Sakutra-Tribe Elder, Acidic Slime Mind Slicer. We don't have a sack outlet yet. We could use a leap to leap this Mind Slicer. Dark Slick Shores for our opponent, and, Ancestral Visions, suspended. We'll play the Swamp, play Sakutra-Tribe Elder, pass the turn. Ancestral, taken down. I wonder how this will go. If we somehow live until we cast an Emrakul, it could go good. Let's grab a Forest. Land? Thragtusk. Inquisition our opponent. Mana Leak. Ugh. Alright, well, play Sakutra-Tribe Elder. All we can really do is ramp and try casting our stuff and hope for the best. We don't have anything that specifically is good against counterspell decks. Ha! Joke's on you, we're playing all 5-drops opponent. Oh man, if they don't have a land, it means we get down Mind Slicer. Oh man, sacking Mind Sensor, the turn Ancestral comes down on our opponent's draw step. Oh, that is the dream. That is the dream of dreams. Polluted Delta. Opponent! That's not fun. Well, let's play Llanowar Ways, and we are going to just... Acidic Slime? Blow up your lands? Blow up Dark Slick Shores. Opponent cracks Polluted Delta. Right now we have 2 card types in the graveyard, which is not enough to do anything yet with Emrakul. 7 mana towards Emrakul, so not even that close, really. Well, let's get in with Acidic Slime. And, I mean, we gotta go for the gold. If this resolves, we most likely win. I mean, I guess our opponent can Cryptic it or something, but... Ooh, yes, you get to Ancestral. This means we get to start whipping back Sakutra-Tribe Elders. Other than bouncing Whip of Erebos, our opponent shouldn't be able to kill it. There's an island. Bitterblossom. Alright, sure. Well, let's Grizzly Salvage. Take a Llanowar Ways. Play the Llanowar Ways. Whip back Sakutra-Tribe Elder. And go attacking. Oh man, that put us up to 6 card types too. Whip has some nice synergy there. Fires up Mutavault. Blocks. I'll grab a land. Our opponent better hope that they have Thoughtseize, because we are now suddenly to Emrakul mana. And, Big Mama Emrakul stealing our opponent's turn seems reasonable here. Opponent passes. Well, yeah, I mean, let's Emrakul you. Scoop time? Can you beat Big Mama? Oh, goodness. Opponent's tanking. The funny thing is they counter it and then we whip it back. Which doesn't get us the extra turn, but it does give us a 13-13. Oh man, I love this deck already. Opponent, yep, mana leaks. Sure, we won't pay. We will take your turn though. We will also attack with our Acidic Slime. Would you like to kill that so we can whip it back and kill your Bitterblossom? We will take our opponent's next turn. What do you got going on, opponent? Alright, so they get a Bitterblossom trigger. Yep, gets a 1/1. Play the Swamp. Inquisition our opponent. Take their Spell Stutter. How do we do this? So we cast Spell Stutter. Mana Leak Spell Stutter. Oh, no, that's fine. So we'll just take Spell Stutter. Fatal Push, Snapcaster. Fire up Mutavault. Fatal Push Mutavault. And Mana Leak the Fatal Push on Snapcaster. Alright. So we Mind Twisted our opponent. Also killed some of their stuff. Passed the turn. And I feel like we're in good shape. Not disappointed with where we are at. Opponent somehow managed to resolve and Ancestral Visions. And still get Mind Slicered, Emrakul style. And our opponent, they're going to scoop it up. Okay. Okay, seems reasonable. Against this deck, Duresses are probably our best cards to bring in. Shriekmaw might not be necessary. Acidic Slime does seem alright. Man, if we just get down a leap, I feel like we can outvalue this deck pretty significantly. So bring in Duresses, maybe go down a couple Llanowar Elves, and just try it like that. I think, well, we'll see. Definitely, if we get down a Leap or a Whip, things go very well for us. And hopefully Duresses and whatnot can make sure that that happens. Opponent, Polluted Delta. Cracks it. This hand's expensive, but we do have a Duress and a Llanowar Elves. There's Inquisition. Well, probably going to take our Duress or our Llanowar Elves, considering those are the only actual options. Goes with Llanowar Elves. Well, let's just Swamp and Duress in case they have Bitterblossom. Cryptic, Serum Visions, 2 Vendilion clicks. Huh. Well, let's take Serum Visions and hope we can play through the Cryptic. They're far away from casting it at the moment. There's a Mutavault. Opponent passes. Hornet Queen is a minute away from coming down. Opponent does find a land, which means they get to start playing their flyers. We'll grab a Swamp. No click. Well, Forest and Sakutra-Tribe Elder. Pass G-turn. So now we're a land away from getting down Acidic Slime. Here comes Vendilion click. Yep. Thankfully, we have some big flyers in hand, which are helpful. Opponent's going to click themselves, trying to make sure they find the necessary lands. Inquisition to the bottom. Need the lands for Cryptic is the plan by the looks. There's a land, so they do have Cryptic online, which is unfortunate. Gets in with Vendilion click. Well, let's sack. Grab a Forest. Land? Play Mind Slicer. Resolves. Interesting. Play a Scry land. We will keep another Scry land. Pass the turn. Tap land for our opponent. Well, I assume they gotta counter Acidic Slime. So let's Acidic Slime. Here comes Cryptic Command. Yep. Counter draw. Play the Temple. Yeah, we'll keep Satyr Wayfinder. Let's get in with Mind Slicer and pass the turn. Another land for our opponent. Well, did they draw into more counters is probably the biggest question. Fires up Mutavault. Gets in for 5. Now we're just kind of racing. Well, let's play Satyr Wayfinder. Alright, resolves. Take Hissing Quagmire. Play Hissing Quagmire. And now, I mean, the question is, does our opponent have... Well, get in with Mind Slicer. I guess our opponent could kill Mind Slicer to make us discard our hand. The other question is, do they have a counter? If we start resolving Hornet Queens, that should just be the game. We've played this game like a really bad ramp deck. Opponent plays an island. Fires up Mutavault. We know one of their 2 cards is a Vendilion click. Goes attacking. So we will block Mutavault. Opponent passes. Well, let's see if they drew a counter. The question is counter or no. They did. It's a Mana Leak. Well, get in with Mind Slicer. Ancestral, suspended. Opponent gets in with Vendilion click. Well, if they have another counter, then they're going to beat us by 1 single point of damage. Or Snapcaster to get back a counter. They can also do this to take our Rune-Scarred Demon. Come on, good draw. And this actually does it, unfortunately. Leap is not Whip. And we're dead to the flyer. Well, play Satyr Wayfinder. Get a land. Play the land. Play Evolutionary Leap. Wow. Sack Wayfinder, but I don't think there's a hit we can hit. Sakutra-Tribe Elder, and that does it. Dead in the air. Wow, that was close. That was super close. Well, our opponent managed to hit their land drops, unfortunately, which is less than ideal. Man, that was close. If we had gotten down our Hornet Queen, game would have just been over. Maybe we go down the Duplicate and leave in the Shriekmaw. That might just be better. Yeah, let's just keep it like that. Tormod's Crypt doesn't really work in these type of matchups. It only works in, like, dredge matchups. That's one of the biggest downsides of it compared to other options in the format. Alright, we'll keep this. We have potential for a quick whip. So run down our Llanowar Elves, pass the turn. River of Tears for our opponent. And Inquisition of Kozilek. Has some options. I don't know if they take Grizzly Salvage or Satyr Wayfinder, honestly. Takes Grizzly Salvage. I guess that hits a wider range of targets. Well, let's Wayfinder. We really need this to hit. Alright, take Swamp. Play Evolving Wilds. Pass the turn. Darkslick Shores. And Bitterblossom. Oh boy. This means we get down a Whip, which is exactly what we want to be doing. I think our Whip can probably be a Bitterblossom. Get in with Wayfinder, start gaining life. Pass the turn. Bitterblossom, making 1/1s. Opponent plays a tap land and passes. Lots of discard. Well, let's whip back Sakutra-Tribe Elder. Do some attacking. Oh, please do that. We'd love to have Wayfinder in the graveyard. Gonna block there. Sure, we'll sack. Grab a... yeah, we'll grab a Swamp. Play Temple. Swamp to the bottom. And pass the turn. Now what we really need is a way to get things in the graveyard. That's what we're mostly lacking now. Opponent. Gonna get in with a Fairy. Yup. And passes. Alright, let's duress our opponent. Grizzly Salvage is a really good draw here. Counter bounce. Wait. Bounce draw? Okay. So we duress. Get rid of Cryptic Command. Replay Whip. Inquisition. Get rid of Vendilion Click. Opponent has Puppeteer's Click and 2 lands in hand. Get in with Satyr Wayfinder. Opponent gonna block. I guess they just want to run out their Puppeteer's Click. The problem is they don't know this, but if they just Puppeteer's Click, we get to Grizzly Salvage and activate Whip next turn, which is super good for us. Okay, opponent gets our Satyr Wayfinder. Gets to mill themselves, gets a land. We're just hoping for a good hit off this Grizzly Salvage. If we hit something big, it could just be game winning. Opponent gets in for 2. Come on, Grizzly Salvage. Well, let's play Evolving Wilds. Crack Evolving Wilds. Grab a Forest. Grizzly Salvage. Take Llanowar Waste. Run out Eternal Witness. Get back Grizzly Salvage to spin the wheel again next turn, because we didn't hit anything super big here. Pass the turn. Bitterblossom hits our opponent for 1. Tectonic Edge for our opponent. Blows up one of our lands. Sure. Alright, opponent's just in race mode, which means we have free reign to hit something good here. And thankfully we get to start gaining life, worst case. We draw a Mind Slicer. Grizzly Salvage. Green Warden's fine. Take a Forest. Play the Forest. Whip back Green Warden. Get back Grizzly Salvage. Do some attacking. So we gain back 7. Opponent's going to block. Back up to 13. Pass the turn. Bitterblossom triggers. Opponent can hit us for 8, but as long as we keep gaining back life, this is fine. Plays a land. Oh man, they drew a Grafdigger's Cage. That's a draw. That is a draw. Wow. Now we might lose to that Grafdigger's Cage off the top. Opponent hits us. So let's Grizzly Salvage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So opponent can hit us for 6. They can hit us for 9 with Tar Pit. So this might mean we need to Acidic Slime the Creeping Tar Pit and hope we draw into like an Emrakul or something. Well, take Acidic Slime. Play Llanowar Waste. That's some interesting sideboard plans. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Inquisition our opponent. 2 lands in hand. Acidic Slime. Blow up Tar Pit. Get in with Eternal Witness. Opponent blocks. We go up to 8. We go down to 5. I don't We might be dead. Oh, man. We really need to draw one of our big flyers. That Grafdigger's Cage. We would have easily won if not for Grafdigger's Cage. What a draw. Opponent. Ooh, they're going to go conservative. Hit us for 2. And pass. Big flyer? A second whip. So play Mind Slicer. Get in with Acidic Slime. Opponent blocks. Well, no persisting. And now we might be back to being ahead? Maybe? Depending on what our opponent finds. Opponent passes. Well, play Satyr Wayfinder. Get a land. Oh, mill a bunch of good stuff. Do some attacking. Opponent does mono blocking. Hands emptied. Pass the turn. We have Emrakul mana if we draw an Emrakul. When does this come down? Alright, many turns away. There's a fairy. We only have 18 cards in our deck, and one is an Emrakul. Come on, tell me you didn't draw a counter. No counter! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness. Grab Big Mama Emrakul. Get in with Wayfinder. I hope you draw a Thoughtseize this turn, opponent. We got a Rune-Scarred Demon, and we have Big Mama. We have Big Mama coming for you next turn. Through the Grafdigger's Cage? Are we going to win through a Grafdigger's Cage? Opponent plays a land. You better hope you drew it, opponent. Inquisition does not deal with Big Mama Emrakul. No cards in hand. Big Mama Emrakul coming down and hopefully closing out this game against Faeries. Yeah, let's cast it. Big Mama Emrakul coming down. 13-13 trample. We'll take your next turn. We will go attacking. Opponent blocks. The only downside of this is it will mean that when our opponent's turn goes off, it'll be the turn that Ancestral comes down, which is not ideal. Although they are getting clocked by their own Bitterblossom. Well, we can Watery Grave them down to 2 and pass the turn. I guess we should have... Oh, we definitely should have attacked with the fairy. Alright, opponent. Yeah, that was a mistake. We should have attacked into the Emrakul to gain some life. Our opponent's got to do something this turn, though, where they die to their own Bitterblossom. So even just, like, damnating our board doesn't do it, and our opponent scoops it up through a Grafdigger's Cage. This deck, it's kind of working. Taking down Faeries. Wow, that was amazing. That was so sweet. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, take a second and click that like button down below. It's a great way to help support the channel for free. And you can find the next video in the playlist right here.